Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yes. Hello. Good afternoon. Good af-
Hi.
Good afternoon. This is Ella.
Okay. Hello. Come on, we come. Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm good.
Okay, great. Is this the first time with me?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Okay. Are you familiar with how I do readings, or were you recommended?
No, I'm familiar. I watch like all of your YouTube videos.
Most of them. Okay, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
There's a few. Say that again.
No, so go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay. Because I heard you saying something, so I thought that you was speaking with me, so I do apologize for that. Um, what was I gonna say? There's a few things coming through for you. The first thing that's coming up is the colors pink and the colors yellow. You know, like strawberry lemonade or things of that nature.
Mhm.
That's what I'm feeling more so. And the pink is more so dealing with the self-love, you. I'm feeling like, well, what your spirit guides is saying is that she needs to focus. Is not even what happened to you in the past or what is happening to you now. Is what you need to focus on, is how your spirit guides is speaking to me. So the main things that you need to begin to focus on is one, providing yourself with that self-love. And you say, okay, well, how do you provide yourself with self-love? One of the main things they're saying is speaking what it is that you want into existence. So using your throat chakra. Okay. Also, another thing that they're saying is the solar plex. Going against yourself in a sense, or rather never second guess yourself. That's one of the main things that you need to stop focusing on, because the reason why most things have not, let me rephrase that. The reason why you have came into some disappointments is because you may not be believing in yourself, is what they're saying. So that also deals with the self-love. See, let me tell you something. Once you start to love yourself, good sister, once you start to love yourself, and I'm not saying that you don't love yourself. I'm just
No,
saying
I
that,
understand.
yeah, okay. So what they're saying is once she begin to focus more on the God in her and focus more on the loving her or whatnot, everything else will come into, it will fall into place.
Mhm.
The main reason why some things wasn't falling into place is because you're always putting other people first or putting other things first or going into that doubt. I'm seeing you on a
Mhm.
seesaw. You're going up and you're going down. You're going up and you're going down. You're going up and you're going. So in any event, I definitely would recommend that on a rather on a Friday or rather on a Sunday, I definitely would recommend that you work with a color pink candle or color yellow candle, or even color pink or yellow color vibration or color therapy, where you are now releasing all of the thoughts, the negative thinking that runs through your mind. You now release those thoughts and you now release those thinkings, and now you resonate with
Wait,
your
your phone was going in and out. The last thing I heard was Brian.
I'm sorry, what did you say? The last thing you heard
So
was what?
your phone was going in and out. The last thing I heard you say was Friday and Sunday, pink and yellow.
Yes. Friday and Sunday. Those are the days that is recommended for you to. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Um, Friday. Let me get back to the channeling mode. Um, Friday and Sunday are the days that you should, or the best days for you to start to work with those two color frequencies, where what it is that is bringing you down in a sense, or the negative thinking, or the just going back into the past. You know how sometimes people just hold on to past things. Okay, so what they're
Mhm.
saying is on those particular days, These are the 2-color vibrations that will help you to release some of the things or some of the thinking patterns that you have that is holding you back into your past experience. We need you to move forward so that you can continue. Are you a business owner?
No.
Are you looking to start your own business?
No, I thought about it, but no, I haven't. I'm not,
So you thought about it?
I thought about it, but I didn't, pursue it or, kept thinking about it or, no.
Okay, that's fine. That's something that I see for you in the near future. It may not be, see, the thing about it may not be your point of attraction now, because you have other things that you need to focus on before focusing on trying to start your own business. It's step by step. Once you start to heal yourself, once you start to let go of certain things, once you start to do this healing, this color vibration, and start to take your spiritual bath and start to just focus on yourself or even focus on your own family if you have children or whatnot. Once you start to focus on you, good sister, other thoughts such as, oh, why don't we start a business? Oh, why don't we start doing this? The higher you is going to start to kick in because the lower you is no longer occupying your temple. Therefore, I can understand surely and clearly why you're saying, listen, I'm not thinking about it right now because, again, it's not your point of attraction. And your mind, the mind is too cluttered in a sense with old things. Understand one thing. Give me a second. Understand one thing. The main fact, if you want to, in a sense, if you're trying to rather release somebody, because that's what they're saying, if you're trying to release somebody out of your path, you already know that thinking about this one particular person or one particular thing is not going to help. What you should be doing, or what we recommend for you to do, is to always stay in gratitude and be thankful for the experiences that that hurted you in a sense, or that brought you to this realization, like, listen, this is not for me. Because you don't want to be living in a cycle where you're dealing with something and dealing with somebody that is not conducive to your highest good. So you have to be thankful instead of thinking about the bad things. Listen, I am thankful because to the extent that you bring this, to the extent that you send this particular vibration into the universe, and that's, as at what you speak of is what comes back around to you. What's your sign? Are you a Virgo or something?
A Capricorn.
Oh yeah, Earth sign, definitely. Okay, so you're not a Virgo, but you're a Capricorn, and you're always in your mind. Always in my moon sign is my moon sign is Capricorn, so I totally understand the perspective of the mind. But I just feel like with you, perhaps, soothing meditation or whatnot, because this is one of the main things that they are, your spirit guides are speaking to me about, the way, what is occupying your mind right now. And that's why we saying this is what you should focus on, so that you can break through or break even from the prison mind. You get what I'm saying? Because the ego in you is always going to keep you locked in or locked down or grounded to this earth, because you're a Capricorn, right? It's always going to ground you down, hold you down. But the Baphomet in you, which is also known as the goat god, which is also known as the Lucifer, okay, which is the light bringer. In the Bible they call him Lucifer, which is Baphomet in the sense. The Baphomet in you wants to rise. You get what I'm saying? The Baphomet in you definitely wants to rise. I definitely would recommend that you, anything dealing with community, okay, and people, groups of people, being like an executive of something, or you can even, again, start your own business where you will be helping a group of people. I just see you with, with the public in a sense. That would definitely be beneficial for you. The number 7 is coming up with you. So we definitely dealing with knowledge of self and understanding and healing, because the number 7 deals with wisdom, healing, understanding, knowledge, knowledge seeking, going within. You get what I'm saying? Going even tapping into your dark side. I'm not sure exactly what happened in your childhood, but they say in the dark side of certain things, right? Or it could be past life, but there is some deep rooted dark residue in you that got to come out in order for the new you to come in. Your birthday coming up in about 2 months or so. So, you know, you want to be this, even if you don't succeed anything financially, the way of being rich, if one is rich, is one that is holistically divine within themselves. That is rich. You get what I'm saying? Because people be having all this money, but they don't know themselves. They lost their soul. Their soul is somewhere else. They're not rich. You understand? We need you to get back into the state of being rich. And in your past life, you lived very hard. You worked, not lived, but you worked very hard. A very hard working person. But it just seems like it just seems like nothing was nothing was able to satisfy you, is what the spirit realm is saying. Nothing was able to, they gave you this, you didn't like it. They gave you that, you did. I don't know what that lesson is. Perhaps the lesson is to, what they saying, give me a second, is to accept the small things in life. You get what I'm saying? Or rather to just appreciate the small things in life. Is what your spirit guides are saying, for you to just listen. I don't got much, but at least I got food on the table. I don't got much, but at least I can take my children, if anything, to school. I don't got much, but at least I got $5 in my pocket. Just appreciating the small things in life, and just staying true to your own good. What day were you born?
December 31st.
Okay, the 31st. That's the number 4. Oh, December 31st. Okay, the number 4. And then December. Okay, December is the number 7. Right, December 12 and 4 is 7. Yeah, because that's 3. Yeah, the number 7. Absolutely. So it's all about going within. You get what I'm saying? And again, it's the gratitude. It's the gratitude of just having a little bit of things. Because once you start to accept a little bit of stuff, more things come. That's laws of attraction. Once you're thankful of the little bit things, the universe now responds to you being thankful. Boom, a little bit adds up to a lot of bit. A little bit adds up to a lot of bit. And it's coming. It's definitely coming. But I definitely feel that in the next year or so, because how time goes by, there's no such thing as timing. But I do sense once you are healthy within, and I'm not saying that is you bad or whatever, but it's just a little shifting that is coming up with you. And once that shifting is, and once you done planted your feet on this soil and you're grounded as an earth sign, because again, you got to understand your opposite sign is Cancer. So we dealing with family, we dealing with ancestry, we dealing with healing, and Cancer's the 7th month. I just thought about that. Cancer's the 7th month. More so, right? So when we dealing with that being your opposite sign, I can see where a lot of your downfalls, in a sense, may come from family and ancestors and relationships. But this is the thing. The key here is not to be regretful or to hold on to it, but to be thankful that it happened to it. So once you become thankful that it happens to it, blessings come your way. You gotta understand how to manipulate the situations that you're in. That's manipulation. That's the mind. Okay. And then being the number 7, everything is mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But spiritually mental. That's the battle. The battle with you is between the left brain and the right brain. You can't, find, it's either you find the balance between the two, or you just stick more on the spiritual mind, not that mental mind, because the mental mind is going to drive you crazy. It's gonna bring
Yeah.
you through. It's gonna bring you through that Ferris wheel. In a sense. So again, moving forward, what your spirit guides are saying is what she should focus on. Let me get a sip of this water. Give me a second.
Okay.
What your spirit guides are saying that you should focus on is definitely it's definitely um it's definitely the colors pink with you, and yellow. You get what I'm saying? The yellow deals with new beginnings. I don't know where my candle book is. I can't scan it, but yellow deals with spiritual enlightenment. You get what I'm saying? New beginnings. It's like springtime. Spring cleansing, cleaning. All of that stuff, and then love, unconditional love. Forgiveness. Um, and I also seen a little boy run into me. You have a son?
I have a daughter.
One only?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. You never lost any children?
I had an abortion before.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's a spirit of a little baby boy here. And he's running towards me.
Mm.
And that's not me. He's running towards you. That's you he's picking up on. Um, when children reach for you, he's reaching for you. So this is one or two things. Perhaps this is your child that you have aborted who's in the spiritual realm, or it may be something in the near future, or well, rather three things. Or this is your child in a parallel dimension, meaning, damn, what if I didn't abort the child that I aborted? What would it be like? That's the parallel dimension. Your thoughts being projected into another frequency, a magnitude. You get what I'm saying? So now that's what that means, right? I understand you. You're number 7. You need understanding. You need to get deeper into things. I understand that. But again, this child here, it may be more so it feels like past. But you still got it going on. You still of age to have or to reproduce and stuff. One day, things will get better, and you will be spiritually ready to conceive again. So no worries with that. Is there any questions that you have for me?
Well, I was going through a situation, which is like why I reached out to you, because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was just lost in it all. Oh. And I was with this girl for like 4.5, 5 years. And, it's been like a up and down. She was younger than me. She was a Pisces, so she's really like, laid back and chill and everything. And we were like really, really close. And we had our ups and downs. We broke up like about 1.5 years ago. Then I moved back out here, like thinking that, we could probably make things work. And it's just been up and down ever since then. And I've been trying to get her to like move back home and come back home and, do everything. And she's been like agreeing to it. Like, yeah, maybe we should try again. But in my sense, it's like I've been going to people, for readings and, for work to try to bring us together, because this is what they're saying that we need. And you know how people are when they trying to get money and all that stuff.
I do.
And I've been going through this process for a long time, like 1.5 years, and burning candles to like bring it back together and doing this and doing that, all of this. And it's been like keeping her around, I guess, but throughout the process, it's just like spiritually tiring, and now that I'm here, I moved back here and I'm thinking that we're going to be together. Everything's going to be fine. She'll come up here, and I live in Pennsylvania. She lives in New York. And she'll come here, and, you know, one day she was just like, yeah, I'm ready to move back in and all of this, and she was ready. And then her grandfather passed away, and then that kind of like set her back. And, you know, her mom don't really want us together, so her mom is more like, oh, well, you know, because we used to fight and all of that. So her mom is just like, you know, don't come to me when that girl busts your face in again. And, you know, she'll just put that kind of stuff on her head, like, you know, is either you there or you here. And if you go back to her, then, so it's like she's dealing with this tug of war between me and her mom. And, you know, there are people telling me, like, yeah, her mom have done stuff to y'all, so y'all, to y'all relationship, so y'all won't be okay. And I'm just like, what? Like, and it seems like every person I do go to, they tell me the same thing, like, yeah, her mom have done things so you guys will be separated. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just tired. Then I found out recently that she's been cheating. And so that's where we're at right now, where it's that, you know, where I'm like devastated, heartbroken. I'm like, you got me sitting here waiting because your grandfather just passed away, you know, and I'm sitting here supporting you, understanding that, you know, your family might need you right now. You telling me I'm going to be there in a month. I'm going to be there after my mother's birthday, which was in September. And then you start acting different. Like, you know, when you, like, connected to somebody, you could just feel when they doing something they're not supposed to be. It's like I felt everything. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat nothing. And she just kept saying, oh, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. And I'm like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Like, I could feel it. Yes. And she was like, it's nothing. And so I found out that she was talking to the girl because the girl, it came to me. The whole situation fell in my lap. She called me, and she was on Facebook, and she was like, yeah, she wanted to know who I was because she saw me calling her phone, and she see her tatted on, my name tatted on the girl's arm, and, you know, she just felt like she was, you know, it was like an intimidating thing for her. So she had to reach out to me to find out, like, okay, well, who are you, and what's really going on, because I see that you keep calling her when we together. So I'm like, what? So, yeah, it was just a whole big mess, and she was just so cold. She was so numb. She was just like, she didn't even care. Like, she cared that I found out about it, but for the most part, I was like, you need to pack your shit and come home right now, or you can leave me alone. And even to that, she was just like, no, well, I'm not going to come right now. And so when I do find out, like, why is she acting like this, they're telling me, well, her mother is the root of all of this. Her mother is the one that pretty much turned y'all against each other. She don't want y'all to be together, so she's putting these negative, you know, things in y'all relationship. So, and I'm just like, I don't know which way to go, what to believe at this point, but we're like, she called me, I love you, I miss you, can you please pick up the phone now? And I just be like, like, I'm not, like, I was really not, I'm still in a way not, I'm better than I was before, but I'm not in a good place. Like, I can't sleep at night. It's like, because I feel like we're connected that way. And it's because we're still connected, because we've been together for so long, it's like, I feel like it's haunting me, like it's just torturing me that this is going on. We're not together. She's there. She's probably with this girl. Like, I can still feel that she deals with this girl, but she's still calling me, I love you. Can we still, you know, can you let me see you for the last time? Like, and I'm just like, no. Like, if you're not going to come home, then what's the purpose of us even seeing each other and crying over the situation? Like, it is what it is. You made your choices, and you still have yet to come home. It's been 2 months since I found this out. You still have yet to come here and make this right. So what we got to talk about? Like, that's stupid. Like, I don't want to see you. Like, there's no reason for that. But, so that's pretty much what I'm dealing with. So it's heartbreaking, and it's hard. Like, it's so hard, and it's like, I found myself, like, I just got this new job, and it's like, I work from home.
Oh, you got a new job. Okay, yeah. Okay. You got a new job. Okay.
I've just been, my mind is here. Like, I'm here, but my mind is not here. It's like, I'm just so worried about this girl. Because it's like, like I said, I love her, and I want us to be okay. But at the same time, it's like, where do I go? Like, do I just leave it alone? Or do I just, you know, just focus on myself and just leave it alone? Just cut it off and leave it behind me? Because like I said, we broke up a year ago, but we always kept in contact because we always loved each other. And now I went back into that past and decided to deal with it again, came all the way here, and then we're dealing with this. And it's just a lot of back and forth, and I don't know, but like I said, I'm just all over the place because of this particular situation, and that's what I'm pretty much dealing with. And then this guy that I've been met, or whatever the case might be, he's on me, but he's locked up. So it's like, now he's coming in the picture like, okay, well, let's make this happen, let's do this, let's do that. And he ain't coming home until like a year from now. And I'm just like, you know, I don't mind talking to him, but I just want that time to, like, kind of focused on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in between. I don't know which direction to go. I don't know if I should believe that her mom has actually did do something to us while we're like this, or, you know, do I fight for that? Do I just let it go? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. All right, because I'm going to be nice to you. You want me to be nice to you, or you want me to be for real with you?
I be for real.
I think I'm gonna be nice for real. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice, but I'm also be for real to get you out of this matrix, right? What were some of the things that what were some of the things that your spirit guides said to you that resonated with you in terms of the situation that you're going through when I was channeling and stuff? What resonated with you more so? Which part? Was it the love yourself part? Was it the
loving myself and going back into the past? Like, I feel like those two things kind of like stuck out to me.
Oh, it's holding on those thoughts, those negative thoughts, right? Remember when I spoke to you about the mind? I mean, when you can always go back to this session. You know what I'm saying? It's recorded. But when you ask me what should I do, your spirit guides already done told you. You're holding what. We're not gonna tell you what has happened. We're gonna tell you what you need to focus on, and what you need to focus on is healing thyself, is loving thyself, is working with this color, pink and yellow color frequency vibration. Is what did I say to you? I said the reason why you are in these kind of situations is because you second guessed yourself. You didn't go, you didn't believe in thyself. So once you get that feeling that something is going wrong, and you be like, oh nah, I don't think so. That's when you tend to pull away from your highest good. And so what happens is the universe is like, nah, we're not going to keep her in this relationship because it no longer serves her highest good. So guess what? We're going to have this person call her to face her so that you can know what the real deal is. I've mentioned that. You see. But in any event, if you telling me that you want to fight for something, if you got to fight for this, nothing in the universe is fighting. There's no such thing as fighting. There's no such thing as war in the universe. And when I'm speaking about the universe is because I'm speaking about the divine you. I'm trying to help you to get into the divine you. Another thing, the girl is a Pisces. The girl is young. The girl is playing games with you. Straight blank out of whatever. She is a young Pisces that has options. No such thing as I don't care if you feel like the mother. It's up to what you feel like. If you feel like, and that's why I said family and relationships with you. If you feel like the mother is doing something, then that's what you feel like. Don't allow, even if I was to be like, yo, the mother might be doing something, don't allow, if it doesn't resonate with you, that the mother might be doing something, then do not allow this to occupy your mind. I've already mentioned to you, are you going to deal with the spiritual mind or are you going to deal with the physical mind? What mind are you going to be resonating with as the number 7? Okay? So that's deal with the mother. Second of all, you're spiritually drained. So if she was to walk out your life and if she was to be like, listen, all right, let's separate from each other. I'm sorry, this can't work out. Let me ask you a question. What will you be losing if she walks out of your life and she wants to pursue something with somebody else? What would you be losing? What? Tell me. Explain to me.
Just her company, her love. That's it.
Okay, stop right there.
There's no financial.
Okay, so you'll just be losing a person. Okay, so then she need to get to stepping. Because you can find somebody else that's going to love you, that's going to care for you. Because like I said to you before, we need the Baphomet you. We need the light bringer in you to come up. We don't need you to be resonating with your lower self. If this person is causing you this much pain, if this person is causing you this much confusion, you have a position. You just got a new job. I told you, business. You just got a new job where you're working at home. No, that's a privilege to work at home. Okay? You can't even focus on your job at home because your main focus on somebody who is screwing somebody else and loving somebody else. Like you said, she's been away for 2 months. I'm telling you, I'm a Pisces. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to be honest with you. And everything that your spirit guides has said to you is what I'm downloading and applying to your current situation. You have a daughter, you need to focus on yourself and your child. That's it. Your love. That is the love. Because what you're doing is you're pulling the love that you're going to give to your baby or to give to yourself to somebody else. I asked you, what are you losing if she walks away? You told her, you said company and love. What kind of love is she really giving you? Are you talking about sexual love? What kind of
like when we were together, I kind of got you comfortable with that because we were like best friends.
Absolutely.
We were always together every day. We lived together.
Absolutely.
4 years, so it's hard. It's
Absolutely.
Just a part. It feels like a part of me is leaving. Yeah, so it is hard, but I do,
It's challenging. Let me tell you something. It's challenging. You get what I'm saying? And breakups is never really easy to get through, especially if you've been with this person for 4 or 5 years or whatnot. And I'm not going to say, oh, just get over it. No, it takes time. And so your spirit guide has mentioned to you, we're not going to tell you what has happened to you. We're not going to tell you what is currently happening to you. That's the first thing that I said to you. But what I'm going to tell you is to what is it that you need to focus on, you see. And like I said, be thankful for this person calling you. Be thankful that you're going through this. Why? Because once you're thankful.
It was so bad that even one of the girls, cause the girl, there's another girl that was in this whole situation, but not the girl that she was sleeping with. It was like one of her homies that she just met. She was an AG too. She was like and so the girl now, because the girl that my girl was sleeping with, she used the other girl's page to contact me to act like, I want to take you out, you're cute, whatever. And then when the girl realized that she was using her Facebook page, she was like, yo, what's going on? She was like, yo, just play along with it. I want to see if I could meet up with this girl to figure out what's really going on, right? And so the girl my girl was with ended up giving me the girl's real number. And so I was talking to the girl for like a day, just playing along, because I already knew something was up, but I wanted to see how far it was going to go. And so this girl is talking to me, and she's really cool. And so when the whole thing blew up now, the girl ended up calling me back, and she was like, yo, I'm so sorry about this whole thing. That wasn't even me that set it up. And I'm like, who was it? She was like, this is a girl that your girl is dealing with that used my Facebook to contact you. She was like, but you a good-ass person. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve this. And that girl now ended up talking to me after this whole thing blew up for like 2, 3, 4 days. And I'm like, why are you still talking to me? She was talking to me because she had just met my girl. She didn't know her. She didn't even know these other girls. She was like, yo, I just met them like a month ago, not even in a party. So none of these is my homies. But the way your girl is doing you is foul. She was like, the way you holding her down and making sure she good and you got a whole clip for her, all of that, and she out here doing this. She was like, that's messed up. So what happened now is my girl thinking this is her bro, and she was calling her and confiding in her and telling her certain things, and not knowing the girl was putting me on three-way with her. So I could hear what she was saying. So all along, it's like, I'm like, how all of a sudden I just get this person that look out like that for me to literally show me every single thing. You know what I'm saying? Like literally everything. Like everything my girl was thinking, she was saying.
That's your spirit. That's your angels. That's what I'm saying, to be thankful.
She was showing me everything. And even after the whole situation, the next day, she still went back and went to the girl house. And she was on the phone like, bro, you're not going to go home and make it right with your girl? She was like, yo, I'm going to go up there tomorrow, Saturday. She was like, I know I shouldn't even be hanging out with this girl no more. She was like, yo, why are you still talking to that girl? That girl ain't even nobody like that. And she's on the phone telling the girl, like, I don't even care about this bitch. It's not even like that. It's like I just use up a company because me and my girl going through our shit, my family, just, So she's saying all this to the girl, not knowing I'm listening. She's like, I love my girl. I'm not trying to lose my girl. Okay, but then why you doing stupid shit? So that's what, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it was just crazy how the whole thing happened. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Pisces, right? There's two types of Pisces, right? There's the Pisces that loves unconditionally. There's the Pisces, the spiritual Pisces. There's the loving Pisces, nurturing Pisces, and that's perhaps what you were attracted to, right? The nurturing her. The loving her.
Really sweet.
Very sweet. Mm-hmm. You understand? Very charismatic. You understand? I understand that. I am one. You get what I'm saying? I am
That's
one.
What I felt for all the way. Yep.
I am one.
There was always a battle between me and her family because her mother always made it seem like, oh, you just always put that girl before me. And you know, so she was always being pulled and tugged. And it's like every time we got into it and, you know, I would put her out or little, you know, shady stuff like that, that gave her family stuff to talk about. Like, you see, remember when that girl was shitting on you? We was there, so go ahead, go back to that girl. Watch.
You can't blame the family though. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot. So when you're telling me about the mom and the family, that's irrelevant. You understand? Because that's occupying more of your mental mind. That's something that shouldn't even be a thought. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to say that. If your child is in danger or your child is going through an abusive relationship or whatever, you're gonna do the same thing for your child. So what the family is saying to her is what they're supposed to be saying to her, and that's the bottom line with that. But with the Pisces, I feel like perhaps it's a situation with you where you might have got your heart broken, or you might have not been satisfied within yourself. And so you attract a Pisces who is a nurturer to come into your life and fulfill whatever it is that was you was going through internally. So you actually receive external love instead of receiving internal love. You gotta try to understand, why did she come into my life? You got to go back to the drawing board, okay? You got to go back to the drawing board, and throughout the time, as you already know, the real person, the real you comes out. So now you're at this point, and it could be well and said that perhaps your relationship has expired. You got to say, okay, well, before I was with her, before I was with this person, what was going on in my life? You get what I'm saying? Was I happy with myself? Was I this? Was I that? You get what I'm saying? And then from what you come up with, and then now you say, okay, well, I understand now why I'm so much attracted to her, because she might have fulfilled the very same thing that I was missing when I was alone. And once can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And once she has fulfilled, and once you come up with the reason why she came into your life, now you got to weigh it out, pros and cons. And if the cons weighs out more of the pros, then I'm going to tell you again, it's time to go your way and find your good elsewhere. You talking about, I asked you, if this girl was to leave out of your life, what would you be losing? You said love, and you said company. You can get company and companionship with somebody that truly and indeed loves you unconditionally. Somebody that is cheating on you does not love you. I had to learn that too. We all had to learn that. Somebody that is still doing all of this nonsense, they don't love you. They people that loves you spares your feelings. People that loves you would have been home within that weekend. People that loves you. So again, why are you going through this? Why are you even entertaining this? Let it go and find your good elsewhere. If she really wants to be with you or whatnot, you know, it will work its way out. But for you, for your own sanity, Like I said, it's not what happened to you, boy. It is what you need to focus on. You want to begin to focus on the color. And then now that I'm thinking about it, the spirit realm say yes. Friday with yellow, because yellow is Oshun. You see, yellow is Oshun. And then, you could do pink on Sundays. The first day of the week, pink. I'm love. I'm vibrant. You get what I'm saying? I even have candle carvings on my site. You can take advantage of it.
Is it do I burn those candles yellow on Friday and is candles, or you said wear the color pink and yellow?
You can do both. Both.
I have a yellow. Well, I have Oshun candle because I have an altar for Oshun, so I burn a yellow candle all the time.
Okay,
I don't know if that's different from what you're telling me.
It's not at all. It's confirmation. It's not at all. It's confirmation. Okay. We're telling you to work with these color vibrations. And if you have already been working, just like the messages you've been already working with this Oshun thing, and that's the reason why the energy of Oshun, and that's the reason why all of the answers has been coming to you without even having to ask. That's spirituality, good sister. That is what the number 7 is about. Discovering the unknown. Deep knowledge.
And that's what I wanted to ask you too, like as far as that, like my spiritual, journey, and because I feel like now a lot of that stuff, like a lot of, spiritual awareness is starting to like lift up, like raise up in my life, where I'm starting to like notice certain things. Like I would see the number 1111 all the time. Like, it's just the little things that I'm starting to pay attention to more now. And even with like the Oshun altar, like one day I was just sitting down, and I kid you not, like I felt like she came to me, and I went online and just printed off like a picture of her, and that's how this whole altar thing started. Like nobody told me to do that. That wasn't like something that I was told to do. Like it just happened. Like it just happened.
Guidance.
Just like that. Just
by guidance.
Coming to my mind and telling me. Yep.
Yeah, by guidance.
What that was. So.
Right. Exactly. You said something came into your mind. That's not a something. A thought came into your mind, and you followed that thought. You follow that spiritual mind. As I keep telling you, the battle with you is between the two minds. The left brain and the right brain. The mental and the spiritual. I've mentioned that in this session with you. That's what I'm saying. You've already been on that path of most of the time, the seesaw. Now your spirit guide said, take her back to the seesaw. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. It's always like, sometimes you following the spirit minds, sometimes the mental mind come. The physical mind come. So again, which one you want to more so resonate with as the number 7? You got to understand and know who you are. You have to understand to know who you are. And so
how would I be able to clear my mind and just, like, it's easier said than done.
Right.
How would I be able to, like, just clear my mind and just focus on, what I need to focus on at this point? I mean, because I felt like before I called you, I was like, I'm going to ask her, like, if I should just let this relationship go, or do she, like, see it coming back together, or does she see me, like, being in another relationship, like, down the road, happy, children, marriage, things like that.
Well, I already mentioned a possibility of conceiving again. I already mentioned that. I mean, let me ask you a question. You said that you seen other sessions of me, right? So you should already, my style of reading or whatnot. When you asked those questions to yourself, what did the answer come to you? Like, oh, she probably gonna say what did your spirit tell you that I will probably say?
Well, I didn't look at, but the question I just asked you, I didn't know the answer to that. As far as like marriage, another relationship, or
let it go.
Being back together.
I'm talking about the letting go part. What did you ask yourself that question or no? I mean, did you even think about it like that, or no, you didn't think about it like that?
Think about it as far as me, like, letting that situation go.
Think about it like, okay, I'm gonna ask Ella these questions, right? In terms of, damn, should I let this relationship go? And so, did your spirit say, she's probably going to tell me, did that come up, or no, that didn't come up?
Yeah, it came up as far as, like, she's probably going to tell me, like, but I just didn't know what it was. Like, I was just thinking of different things that you could have said, like, yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what the answer was going to be.
Okay. Well, what was the first thing that came to mind? Just let me. What was the first thing? I just want to know. What was the first thing that came to mind?
That you probably was gonna say, I don't know. I didn't think. Okay. I don't know.
No, it's alright. No, it's okay. It's so fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help the counselor in you to come out as well, because we good at counseling ourselves too, right? And intuitively, as the number 7, and because 7 deals with intuition. Intuitively, as the number 7, being that you already know my style of reading, and you know that once I pick up funny business, I tell a person, listen, if I don't see it going good or whatnot, I tell a person, listen, it's time for you to go elsewhere and find your good go somewhere else. Right. I was just trying to see if you would be truthful to yourself, because sometimes we are in denial of certain things when we are in a situation. We're in denial, but when you're in your quiet self, there's no denying but within yourself. So if you're denying certain things with yourself, then that means that you need to work on the communication within thyself. Because there's no reason for you to be lying to yourself. Because you already know I'm going to tell you X, Y, and Z. You understand? You already know. But yes, beloved, I'm going to tell you to go. I'm going to tell you to let it go. I'm going to tell you to put it on pause until you are strong enough to face her again. I'm going to tell you to be thankful about what has happened, and because one of the reasons why to be thankful is because it's going to come back again. I have already told you one of the ways to silence your mind or to gain that spirituality or heighten that spirituality is from the color vibrations, is from the candle magic, is from the meditation, is from the spiritual baths. You get what I'm saying? These are the ways that you can get an Oshun. You can either get an Oshun, which is on my site, or a Yemaya. You could probably do Yemaya. You need some healing. Okay. See, Yemaya, the way I prepare Yemaya is with healing plants. And so I feel like the healing aspect for you has to be in place before you can start to ask for blessings. Because right now, if you start to ask for blessings, the blessings that you may ask for may not be the best blessings because you're still hurt. So you want to get the hurt out. And once you get the hurt out, then you have a clear mind. You have the clear spiritual mind, right? On top of what you already doing, right? On top of what you already doing. So you will have the spiritual mind. So now you can be very clear to the universe in terms of what it is that you want to manifest. And so when I asked you about this business thing, you said, "Oh no, mama." I said, "Yeah, I can understand because I'm picking up that your mind is a little foggy." And so now that all of this is coming out, that also makes sense of why you're not able to think about your future because of what is stagnating you right now. Think about that. You got a daughter. You have a child. You have a child. You're a mother. That's a big responsibility. You telling me about some, which again, I said I'm going to be straight nice. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
I can hear it that you just ready to go off on me like, "Look, you telling me about some girl? You better get."
But I gotta still be professional. You get what I'm saying? I gotta still be real, but I gotta be professional. I still gotta be real.
Oh my God!
You already know, because what people don't say, you feel, and so that's even better.
It's so crazy because my cousin that's here with me, she always tell me like, "Yo, you got so much going for yourself. Why are you letting this girl? She's like, do you even look in the like, yo, you're pretty, you got so much going for yourself, you got everything going on, you're so independent, and you letting this girl break you down, like you can't get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but when you love a person and you give them that much of you, that's what happens. And that, I guess, you know, I trusted her not to hurt me to that extent, and this is where I find myself. And it's so bad because it's like you said, it's like taking over my mind. It's so time consuming. I can't sleep at night. Like, it's just
your soul. That's also known as soul snatching. That's what a Pisces would do. Would snatch your soul.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. People don't have good experiences really with Pisces. Say that again. Say that.
I said, no, it's deep. Like, it's really bad. Like, it affects me really bad. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'll be fine one day, and then next day I just break down crying. Like, but I'm trying to, like, get through it. You know, I'm trying to get through it, but then she'll call, and then she'll, oh, I love you, and, you know, can you please, I miss you. And I'm like, if you miss me, you're still out there, and you're still communicating with this girl. So I'm not going to entertain that. I don't got time for it, because she's younger than me. I don't got time for it. Just do your thing, or whatever the case might be, and that's it. And I just, you know, I just been in my corner, and I just been trying to just focus on what I got to focus on the best way I can, because it's hard. And my cousin's like, you got clothes here for her, you got stuff, you still holding on to this girl. Like, you need to let all that go if that's what you're going to do, and just let it go. Yeah, but that's just where I'm at. What was I going to say? What questions do I have?
Yes.
Let me see. Do I have, like, any ancestors or anything coming through? Because, I mean, I don't have no close relationship with anybody like that, but...
I didn't see anyone coming through this. You know, none of your ancestors. Nobody came through. As of right now.
Okay. Well, and my
nobody came
father,
through.
I can't even say my father, because I don't know what he is to me, but he was murdered. He didn't come through either. He didn't, nobody.
Your father. Remember when I asked you about when I said something deep, you know, in childhood and stuff like that? That's what happened. I didn't know what I thought. I honestly thought you was touched.
He was murdered. It was him and my cousin that was murdered. I was like, I think 9 or 10. But we never really had a relationship like that, and I never really vibed with him. And I didn't really know him, because he never really believed that I was his. But just the way that he died and everything, like, it was just so many questions to it.
Yeah, it's still
so that's why I was like, did he come through? Did she? You know.
You asking for your father. Your father's trying to come through. Your father look like you?
I don't know. No, I don't. Because the thing about it is that my mom told me that he wasn't really my dad, but that's the guy I thought was my dad. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always referred to him as. Because he passed away, you know, I never really got to have that relationship with him. And yeah, like, I don't know what he really thought about me, or if he's around me. I don't know.
I understand. Then I'm just gonna tell you who's coming through. Well, who's trying to come through. And the person that's trying to come through, he's like my complexion in a sense, fair skin. And he has like this like pointy nose, something about his nose. I don't know if he had like coolie hair, but it's not like all the way rough. It's like soft just a little bit. He's a little tall, not too tall, but you know, medium build or whatever, medium size. And he has like on like a blue suit on, navy blue suit, and he has his head down, and he's like in a hands in a prayer, hands in a prayer, and he has his head down. But he's not talking.
Wow.
But he's not talking. That's why I asked, does your father look like you? Because when you asked about your father, nobody really came through. But because you asked for him, or you're invoking that spirit, and so I looked deeper into pulling them through, pulling them, into this physical just to see. This one had a lot of women.
He sure did.
He had. So then, yeah, this is your father. He had a lot of women. He's telling me that he had a lot of women. And that he's saying that he could have gave them AIDS or something like that. Like he could have gave them STD, or he could have gave them an infection. Because of how much woman that he slept with. You're like, damn, I could have gave them, I could have did this, I could have, like, more so like reflecting back on the physical realm. Again, he's in another dimension. His soul is in another dimension. And so, he's just telling me about that. Did he, do drugs?
Did he do it, or like was he involved in like selling it?
It could be both. I don't know, but I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him. It might have been over drugs or something like that. It might have been over drugs or something like that. Is what I'm picking up from what he's telling me. But it seemed like he was doing drugs too to me, the way he looks. It seemed like it appears like that. That's what I'm gonna say. That it appears that he might have been doing it too. You said his cousin killed him? Or no, the cousin was killed with him.
With him, yeah. I think he went to do some transaction or something, and she went with him just to get a pants for the next day of work or something. She had an interview coming up, and she just took the ride.
Oh, that's what happened. And she sacrificed herself too. Well, the thing about it is, I always try to give my clients comfort, and I always say we have a death date and we have a birth date. And whenever our birth date is, we come back into this planet, and whenever the death date is, we leave this dimension. Everything is in divine order, even death. That's probably why. Because that's probably why he never really claimed you to be his child, because he's sleeping around with everybody, and he got this woman and that woman, and it's like, well, how do I? You know what I mean? I ain't that ain't my child. That's probably why. And that's what I'm picking up with him. Okay.
So he not really saying nothing.
No. This is what's. I mean, what is it that you want? Huh?
No, we just wanted to know, like, he probably won't say who killed him, but we just wanted to know, like, does it say how he died?
He was set up. He was set up. He was definitely set up. That's not a mystery. Definitely set up. Definitely was being watched. He was definitely being watched. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him, but he was definitely being watched.
Does my cousin come through with him or no? He is behind, so.
Only reason why your father's coming through is because you kept, and I know I felt it heart to heart. So I'm gonna try my best to bring him forth, and he was trying to come through. How many siblings do he have?
Do he have? He has his sisters. He got I think it's 5 of them.
Oh, 5. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm seeing him, putting his hand around, his family and stuff. But more so, your grandmother
is... family, yeah.
Yeah. The mother, your grandmother is like my children, and so I'm like, okay, well, how many, siblings do he have? Wow. So it's all girls and one boy, and the boy leaves.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm. Do you have connection with them?
No. Connection with who? My aunt, my
Aunties.
grandmother and stuff. Yeah.
The aunties.
Yeah, I go to my auntie's house all the time.
Oh,
Every
okay,
time I come to
good.
New York, that's where I stay at, and I mean, they keep his spirit alive in that house. They don't play. When it comes to his birthday, he's everywhere. His pictures is everywhere. Like they mourn him a lot. Him and my cousin, they talk about it sometimes. They wish they knew who set him up. My uncle was the one that actually found him, and found the bodies and stuff like that. So it was a really big thing, and they really wish they had more answers.
Oh yeah, he was set up. Oh, it's that kind of thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, give me a second. They from New York City? They from Harlem or something? From Harlem?
I don't know where he was moving, but they lived in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. Yeah, he was set up. He was set up. That's what I can pull from right now. He was set up.
Okay.
He was being watched. Must be jealousy, or stuff like that. He had a few words with some people. And the same people that he had a few words with, he didn't think that they will come back to do him, anything. But they watched him for a few, because I think that your father might have been notorious. Or somebody not to play with, probably. He could have been that, because they kept... Crazy. Say that again?
I said that's crazy.
Yeah, because they didn't come and set him up right away. Your father was being watched. And so I don't know exactly who killed him.
But they said that he got a phone call, and I guess it was supposed to be meeting him somewhere, like in some apartment somewhere, because that's how they got him.
Oh yeah.
And they ended up stabbing him up. Yeah, they stabbed him up and tortured him pretty much. Him and then my cousin. I don't know how she ended up upstairs, but she somehow ended up in the apartment with him, and then they killed her too. So I don't know if they was trying to get information out of him or what they was trying to do, but they pretty much, stripped him naked, tortured him, tied his clothes to his face. Like, it was just a whole craziness.
Terrible.
It was a bad death. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, that's the most that I can say about that. Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have. I know when you said some things that was like, from my childhood, that was like deep, deep rooted. I know issues with me and my mom. That's like a whole other story. But and that comes from, the type of people that I do attract as far as relationships and all of that. Like, it's a lot. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I said yes, absolutely. But this session has been recorded. You can always go back, to it. And again, it's your choice as to if you want it to be public or private. But I'll upload this and then send it off to you. So what do you want to do? You want to share it, or you want to keep it private?
You can share it. You can share it. I mean, as long as she don't see it.
I doubt it. I mean, a lot of people fear for that, but I mean,
like other people, yeah.
Look, I get a lot, everybody reading is deep some way, somehow, and everybody is putting out their personal information in a way, I never mentioned your name, so, I never mentioned your name, so you don't know who, you are really, and it always helps, it always helps somebody else, and that's what my platform is about, helping, growing, learning, and healing. Okay. So I'll upload this and send this off to you.
Okay.
All right, beloved?
Yes.
Okay. Creator bless. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.